Padres, Yankees pregame thoughts. Obviously, the Padres last night, they had that series opening win. Tatis homered, Soto homered, Musgrove had a strong start. I mean, it was a really solid game from the Padres. And now today, this lineup is a lot different. So we got first pitch a little after 10 a.m. here Pacific time. Odor's leading off, who a lot of fans thought he should have been DFA'd like weeks ago, right? And I personally said, like, what value does he have on this team? And now he's leading off, so that all it shows how good he's been doing, but also how desperate the Padres are to get something going there at the top of that order and have guys on when Soto's up, especially with Manny out, Bogaerts out. Like, they want to get one of the those big four guys in more the 3 hole, 2 hole. Like Soto's in the 3 today, Tatis in the 2 instead of leading off, trying to get those situations to maximize the runs, obviously, at the top. So Odor's playing third. Kim is back. He's at shortstop. He's going to bat 8th today. Yesterday, Kevin Acee was saying that he was doing some hard running in the outfield, so it seems like everything is good there with him. But Bogaerts is out. He's dealing with some wrist soreness, according to Kevin. He's been battling through that. He's been playing through it. And that's not surprising. You know, Rob Bradford with WEI, who I had on the show before that Red Sox series, he was talking about the wrist stuff that Bogey had been playing through in Boston. And if you noticed Bogaerts, like during BP and stuff, maybe even during playing, he had that wrist, I don't know what to call it, wrist guard on his wrist. So it's not a surprise to see that he was battling through it. I think it happened a little bit in spring training as well. It missed a couple days. So just a day off today, and it's an early game. You would think Yankee Stadium Saturday, you'd want it to be at night, but that's not what the Yankees are doing. They're just having back-to-back day games. And this one's actually earlier than tomorrow. Tomorrow's at 10:35. Today, I think, is 10:05. So, yeah, it makes sense to give him that day off, day game after a night game. Soto's hitting third, Tatis second. Crony at second, he's hitting fourth. So Brandon Dixon is the 5 hitter. I probably wouldn't have believed you if you told me before the season, yeah, Brandon Dixon, he's going to be hitting fifth in this order. But there you go. Nelson Cruz, he's DHing, batting sixth, with Luis Severino on the mound. Trent Grisham, he's going to be in center, batting seventh. Kim, he's at short, like I said, batting eighth. And then Brett Sullivan, he is going to be catching for Michael Wacha. My Underdog Fantasy pick, I had the pitch count, I believe, just over from Musgrove yesterday. I was wrong on that. I'm going to go under today, maybe learn my lesson. But because it's baseball, Wacha's probably going to go over. He's going to go higher than the pitch count, which I believe is 92.5 last time I checked on Underdog Fantasy. So that's my pick. Do with that what you will. The bullpen, their situation for today. So Hader, Wilson, obviously they pitched yesterday. So a lot of the bullpen had a day off. And Hader, I would not expect him to pitch today. He's going to be the only one that's probably going to be down because Wilson hadn't pitched in a while. So he should probably be able to go back-to-back days if they need him to. And Hader, 11 pitches in the series finale against the Nats, 15 last night. They don't pitch Josh Hader back-to-back-to-back days. They're just not going to do that, especially with some guys in the bullpen, Pomerantz, Morhone, Suarez, they're out. They can't risk having Hader maybe hurt something going back-to-back-to-back days. So after Wacha, I mean, I could see a Honeywell, or I could definitely see Tim Hill pitching. I could see Honeywell, Hill, Garcia. I could see, put Cosgrove in there. Let's say Wacha works into the 6th inning, or he goes 6. You could go Cosgrove pitching in the 7th or the 8th. I mean, the Padres, it feels like this guy is like a Steven Wilson of early last year, where they just put him in high leverage situations because they got his trust. Like Wilson earned their trust early in the year with how good he was. So he was finding himself in those high leverage situations, and I think that's the same thing here. You could see that with Tom Cosgrove. He has been really, really good. Obviously, his breaking ball looks nasty from that left side. So, yeah, I could see Cosgrove pitching the 7th or the 8th today. So stay tuned for that. But it's going to be an interesting one for sure.